Were you a fan of Tolkien before you got sucked into this world?
I was, yes. I read The Hobbit when I was a kid, and then, started on Lord of the Rings and got quite confused. And then thought, well, if I watch the films, maybe that'll help. And then I watched the films and became utterly obsessed with the films. Did finish the book, but I don't read it as much as I watch them. And I sort of do them about 3 times a year, and I tried to do the extended version at least twice a year.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are obsessed with Peter Jackson's movies.
Yeah.
So now you actually got to be not just in Middle-earth, but that version of Middle-earth. Did you fangirl a bit?
Oh yeah, I fangirled hard. I think what helped was the fact that I was able to really make Hera my own, because she is a sort of footnote in the appendix. So I felt slightly less panicked about that, and felt incredibly bolstered and incredibly supported because I had, Philippa and Artie and Phoebe, who are walking encyclopedias of it. So if I was ever worried or ever scared, they made sure that I was immediately calmed.
Yeah, you didn't get put on the spot like Stephen Colbert did in the panel with Peter Jackson's question.
You can't put Stephen on the spot when it comes to anything Tolkien related. I swear to you, the day that someone finds a question he doesn't know the answer to, I think he will spontaneously combust.
I think we have a few staffers at TheOneRing who would like to take up that challenge, but
Maybe we could do that as a charity thing. We organise something with Stephen.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be great. So Luke was just telling us that you guys only just met recently. How was it having to film kind of on your own doing this incredible audio?
Well, I filmed my parts with Olwyn, with lovely Lorraine Ashbourne. We filmed those, we recorded those together rather, which I honestly, I think it does lend itself to the story. I know Luke and I, if we'd been in the room together, we would have had the best time. But there's a bit of me that wonders, having that kind of disconnect, that probably helped the characterization, at least it did for me. Same with Brian, Hera and Helm, they're incredibly close, but they are, in many ways, chasms apart. And having him in my ears as I was recording made me feel, yes, okay, this is my father, but he is also the king, and he's, I can't really talk to him. And I found that really useful, actually, when I was recording. The person I'm closest to is Olwyn. She's my companion. She's the person who's looked after me all of my life. And so having her in the room with me, I think really then created that sense of camaraderie.
Yeah, that's nice. So the distance worked out for the characters with the distance and the intimacy.
Yeah, I just think Luke and I get on like a house on fire. So, we're actors, we could have done it, but we would have just laughed so hard it probably would have taken twice as long.
So you have acting in your blood. You have great heritage. What would you like to do if you could pick anything to do as an actor? Does theatre call to you?
I'd love to do some theatre. I think that's really where you learn the most. It's really where you learn the most. I'd do anything on stage, really. I do lots of auditions for things in London, and one day, hopefully. But I think anything you're given as an actor is a joy, and it teaches you something no matter what it is.